Yo ho ho, party people.
Just a warning that this video could trigger some. Has this ever happened to you before?
Yeah, and then like I was like that, and then she was like, oh my god. And then I like said, well, maybe I should like not do that. And then she was like, yeah, well, I don't think that you should like do that at all. And then like I totally like, I don't even know what the like I was thinking.
So we've decided to make a video about the word like and how it's used in multiple times in every single sentence in most of people's conversations.
In mine too. Like I'm the worst at this, and we'll play back the video, and maybe I just was gonna say like there, and I just stopped myself, and it's very difficult to not say that word. It's so hard, and in fact, yeah, like we did another video which the audio was terrible, so we just thought we'd redo it, and I literally said that every second sentence I was saying it, so it's a problem.
And we did a little bit of research on it just to find out where it comes from. And back in the 70s, it was called Valley Speak. And it wasn't just the word like. There was words such as I know, or you know, I mean. There was other ones, I can't remember what they were. But now the modern name for it is called Malspeak. And research has indicated that using the word like in the sentence multiple times can indicate a lazy mind.
I think that for me, what I believe that it's conditioned. It's the conditioned mind speaking, I think, because I think about it when I'm in circle and I'm streaming my soul, we'll call it, or whatever, and that is never once does that like come in, or I don't know, I don't really, can you back me up on that? Is that true? Does it come in?
I can't say.
Is like I'm like I just said it. So like yeah, there it is again, and it's like a disease almost. It's like a total disease, I think. Yeah, that's what I feel that it is. So just being conscious of it and trying to be. But there's a real problem with that, because does that stop you just streaming? I guess this is a really complex. This is actually quite a complex issue, complex problem. All I can say is that it's kind of irritating me a little bit. I notice in myself that I feel that I am. I could come across as not as intelligent because I'm using that word all the time to describe things. So thinking about what are not necessarily thinking, but taking a pause in between speech, maybe that's to eliminate that. And also having somebody catch you all the time, I think, would be another thing, because we're playing a little game where we're trying to catch each other. And so far I'm catching Tammy a lot more, but I know that I am doing it a lot more, and she's just being a lot nicer than I am. But I'm not as nice as she is. So we'll see how that turns out.
I tend to catch myself a lot too. I'll say like, and I'm like, damn it. Oh. But I wanted to talk about some of the steps that we could possibly take to try to shift the use of that word. So my one thought was to speak more slowly. So taking a conscious effort to choose the words that you're going to say. I know that's not always applicable in every situation. But even the part. And you were saying in our conversation about how the use of like or I mean, they're all filler words. Like they're just to fill the sentences that we're speaking, and perhaps it could be linked to the fact that we're concerned about being cut off by the person that we're speaking to. So we try to fill it with all, if we have to pause to think, that could give a space for someone to cut us off. So instead of giving ourselves a pause to think of what we want to say, we fill it with likes and I mean and you know and ums and ahs in order to keep the conversation flowing for yourself.
That's what I feel. I feel that's definitely definitely a giant part of it. And insecurity, I think insecurity that what you're saying isn't as important or isn't important, so you have to keep that. I think it all boils down to insecurity. That's why people do that. That's just a thought. And when I say people, I mean actually myself too, because I'm so guilty of that. It's not even, but we're becoming more conscious of it. So trying to shift that and see what happens, I guess.
And another way to also begin the process of shifting your language skills, I guess you could say, is perhaps identifying how often you use the word like.
And I use it a lot. A lot.
When we first started, like right there, when we first started to try to acknowledge how often we say it, it's amazing how much it like gets squeezed into every sentence. I think I just said it again.
Yeah, we'll play the tape back and we'll see. Yeah, I almost said it right there. I stopped myself. Yeah, I just thought it and I stopped myself again. So it's interesting how it's like it has to come out or something. It's like yeah, right there. See, it has to come out. It's so, and I believe it's conditioned mind, conditioned thoughts. So essentially, if a person, well, I don't know if that's, I don't know if I could say that. If you're hearing the word like a lot, that could be conditioned. Like that's conditioned thought. So is that is it true? Is a conditioned thought true? Which it would, like I said, that's a totally like different conversation. But I mean, that's pretty. We're getting on almost 7 minutes, so we're getting close. What were you gonna say? Sorry, I cut you off.
It's conditioned unconscious behavior.
Yeah.
So just creating awareness around that.
Yeah. But there you go. The more you know, party people.
The thoughts of the Bergens today.